Hello guys, my name is the Gaming Rabbit, and today I'm going to teach you the basics of GameMaker. So GameMaker is a free game making software, kind of the name speaks itself. It's on Steam right now, and it's pretty fun to screw around with. I've gotten quite advanced with it, and I've been working on quite a few games. But I want to teach you guys how to get done the basics. Sorry if you heard my dog there, he likes to snore. So when you first open GameMaker, it's going to ask you to create a new project, create one, and then you'll be greeted with this screen. So now we're going to do this. We're going to create our first sprite. Well, a sprite is basically an image that you want to use to become something. So say you want a block or a player or something. Then you'd make a sprite and then you turn it into an object. But first we're going to worry about sprites. So let's make a very basic character. So right click sprite, or right click sprites, and then create sprite, and then you'll be greeted with this screen. I like to name my sprites SPR, standing for sprite, and then underscore player or whatever. So next we're going to do edit sprite and click the blank file icon here. This will create a default 32 by 32 grid, pixel drawing area where you can draw your pixel art. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a square. That's what I want my character to be, is a square. How will we make him a little bit more fancy? I'll make this gray. Alright. There. Now he is a gray square. So I'm using the square tool here. That car was very loud. I'm using the square tool here. There's a lot of other tools here, like the circle tool, the rounded rectangle, and then the polygon tool where you can just do that and make random stuff. The color dropper, airbrush, pencil of course, and eraser, bucket tool, wand, and the selectors. So yeah, that was an accident. Let's get to the actual game making. So now that we have our sprite, we're gonna click the check mark in the top left corner to save our sprite, and then click the center because we want to place our character in the center. The center basically means that it'll follow. It's hard to explain, but it'll follow it. You'll follow it later, or you'll understand it later. So now let's create a new object. So right click on objects, create object, and you'll be greeted with this screen. Kind of a little bit more advanced, but we're gonna replace object with obj underscore player, and then choose the sprite that we just made. So now this object is our sprite. And then you can say you want this to be solid, then check solid. We're going to make him solid for now. Solid will follow gravity and will collide with other solid objects. So let's add a new event called a step event. A step event basically finds or keeps repeating itself every tick and looks for inputs or whatever you want it to do. So inside our step event, we're going to go to the right side and find control, go to code, and drag that in. And we're going to be greeted with a little bit of code here. It is quite simple. It's pretty easy to grasp. So let's get started with the code here. Let me make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. So oops. Now we're going to do this. Okay. This is a little bit more advanced, but it's quite simple. So we're going to do if keyboard underscore check vk underscore up, and then so get that down, and then a curly brace or a French curly brace, and like that. Then inside there we're going to do y minus equals 4. So check that. We'll let you write that or type that down. It is quite simple. It just makes the character move up and we'll obviously have to do this for all the other arrow keys. You can also do I'll give an example of if you want to use a letter on the mouse or a letter on the keyboard. We'll do keyboard underscore check ORD. A little bit more advanced, but that's for if you want to use a key on the keyboards, and then capital like that. So if we wanted to go up with W, we'd do that instead of this. So we'd replace this with this, just so you don't get confused. So I hope you'll have that all down now, and we're gonna click the check to save changes, and OK. And now we're gonna click the run button in the top. Oh, I forgot to make a room. Okay, so basically if you want to make a level, you need to create a room. So room is just below objects. Right click it, create room, and then go to objects and place your object. So now we can place our character, and we'll go, if you want to change the background, you can change the color or import your own backgrounds. So let's make the background pink. That is very bright. How about just yellow? Okay. Now check. Now, once you create your room like this, we're going to run it. And now, when we press the Y key, our character goes up. Yeah. So, let's do this for all the other arrow keys. So, let's go back to inside the code and type. Basically, I'm just going to copy this like 4 times, so it's a lot more simpler. And now we're going to change, say we want to change this one to down, VK down. We're going to change the Y to plus equals 4. So negative Y is up, plus Y is down. Now we'll do left and right, so VK left, and then we're going to change the Y variable to X. Oops. So X minus equals 4, but we got to make this plus. So X plus equals 4, and then VK right. And then X minus equals 4. Okay. So I'll give you a second to get all that down. I can space it out quickly. It's quite simple, quite a simple language to make or to use, because it's all pretty much done for you. So I'll leave a link in the description to the code that I did, just in case you get stuck. It'll be waiting for you on like Pastebin. Okay. So save changes. Okay. And now when we run our game, okay, I made left the wrong way, but whatever. Change that. So we can move up and down, left and right. But one thing I did do wrong, I'm sorry about that, is I accidentally did left plus. Left is minus, and then right is plus. And now we should be able to move with the left arrow key, right arrow key, up and down. And so yeah, we basically just then made a little game. And now we should add some gravity and effects like that. So let's create a new sprite, and we'll make this SPR underscore block. Oops. And now we'll edit sprite, create new, and inside here I'm just gonna make a little like circular block thing. Okay, so there's our block, and now you make your block however detailed you want, and we'll go to objects and create new object, object underscore block. Oops. And then we'll get the sprite that we want. So SPR underscore block, and we'll make this solid too. And now our character should not be able to fall through the world or be able to here, I'll show you. So make your object underscore block. Pretty simple. Don't need any code for that. And now we're gonna open up our room again and change object or go to objects, and then where it says object underscore player, you're gonna click the little thing and object underscore block, and then place it wherever you want. Oops. Alright, so we'll make like a little square for the guy so that he can't escape. He's stuck. And then we'll have like a little exit for him so he isn't stuck. So now, check it, save it. Make sure to save your game, because GameMaker does like to crash sometimes. So now let's run our map, and now when we try to exit, okay, we go straight through. Okay, so as you see, we go straight through, which is a problem. Why am I going straight through? I don't know why. Why am I? Oh man. So, I know how to fix this. All we have to do is this. Create a, or go inside of your object underscore player and add an event called collision with object underscore block. Okay, so like collision object underscore block, and now go back to control and see the file, or see the thing that says var, or the square var, this one. Type in speed is 0, so it'll make the speed 0 when we hit the block. So let me give you a second to get that down. So collision with object underscore block will set variable speed to 0. So now basically it won't let us exit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, there we go. Now we can't leave. So yeah, pretty cool. And I think that'll wrap it up for this tutorial. I've had a lot of fun making this video, and I'll make sure to make some more for you guys to teach you some more advanced things, more like advanced programming things. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.